Have you ever heard someone say, oh, I'm losing weight so fast, I can't even believe it? Like, oh my gosh. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Like, seriously?
People on Ozempic.
Oh, snap! That's so true. So I guess they earned $400+ billion this year.
I don't know about that. Some people are having some really serious side effects. A new article came out that 46 people have committed suicide since taking Ozempic. So I don't know.
175 have suicidal ideations.
And your risk of getting pancreatic cancer goes 9 by 10.
And you could have stomach paralysis.
And a rare incurable thyroid cancer.
And slow transit time, which is not good for digestion. Oh, and starvation.
And you lose lean muscle mass, and you'll be a shriveled old lady with no muscle. You'll die way faster.
I mean, there's some problems, but listen, folks, we know that it's hard to lose weight. We totally get it. We ourselves have lost over 240 pounds combined. I grew up in an eating disordered household. My nickname growing up was Fatso, and my mom died at age 59 with severe obesity on her death certificate.
We noticed that 96.9% of you guys are not subscribed, and 3.2% are. So to the 3.2% that are, we love you.
For the 96.9% of you who are unsubscribed, we would love it if you would join us in this very, very meaningful conversation. That is our mission and our life's work.
Let's get real.
You didn't put the weight on overnight. So your fat cells don't just blow up, and like become fat. Although I have seen people who do extreme water fasting, who go back to eating, and let's say they lost 10 pounds in a week, they'll put it right back on.
Now also, most of the things they're losing is water.
And lean muscle mass, but like someone described it to me once, years ago, and it really, really stuck with me. So imagine your fat cells like a balloon. And when you take all the air out of the balloon, it's kind of like loose, where it was tight before you blew it up. That's like your fat cell. When you're losing weight, the skin, the membrane around the fat cell is a little bit loose. So you have to lose it slowly so that the membrane around the fat cell reelasticizes. And when it reelasticizes, your probability of regaining the weight is much lower. So when you are losing weight slowly, it's actually a really good sign because it means it's going to be easier to keep it off. So at Step It Up, we're always like, yay, losing weight slowly. I know it's hard. You used to complain all the time. It's not happening fast enough. Why isn't it happening fast enough? I'm doing so much stuff. It should be happening faster. That was like,
yeah.
It's real. We get it. I get it. But as you get older, your body requires less food, and we don't always adjust because, of course, I don't think I'm getting any older. And you want to eat the same amount of food, but your body doesn't need as much food. As you get older, your body needs less food, and then we keep eating the same amount. Women actually need less food than men. You may know that, you may not. That's a biological thing. I'm not sexist. I'm not saying anything that women and men are not equal, but women's bodies biologically need less food than male bodies.
Can you tell me about the hormonal changes in the environment and how they play a role together?
So weight loss can slow down if your hormones get out of whack. And your hormones get out of balance from a number of reasons. Sometimes it's because you're drinking coffee, you're not nourishing yourself. Like a lot of women I know are living on cafe lattes until 2 p.m. and they are just like really messing with their hormone balance. A lot of people are getting pre-menopause a lot sooner. It's becoming more common that in your late 30s, you're starting menopause, which has really never happened before in history. You're usually supposed to be in your menopause years from 45 to 55, not in your late 30s. So when I think about all of the factors that may cause hormonal imbalance, I think about the environmental toxins in our lives. We can't avoid them. They're everywhere. So environmental toxins are things like when your food is packaged in plastic. That is giving you excess estrogen, right? You're getting estrogen mimickers from food wrapped in plastic. That's meats, that's vegetables, that's all the plastics in our lives. There are also a lot of hormones in dairy products and meat products, which can also imbalance your hormones. So when we're putting a lot of hormones in our bodies, not knowing, if we're not eating hormone-free meats and dairy products and milks and things like that in yogurts, you're giving your body more hormones, which is causing a hormonal imbalance. And then you have all these women on birth control and hormone replacement therapy, which is supposed to be creating balance in your hormones, but it's artificial. So your body's actually not producing the hormones. The environmental toxins and how they're disrupting our hormones continues. It also goes into our water system, where we have chlorine in almost all the water systems, the public water systems, and chlorine is a direct disruptor for the thyroid. We have all of our electromagnetic frequencies, which we're on more and more and more and more. We're outside a lot less, and we're inside on devices, which is also known to disrupt the hormonal balance. And then we have over 80,000 chemicals that are in the environment. Many of them, we don't even know what they are, but they're new. Like our grandparents, your great-grandparents, didn't even have them, which are also considered carcinogenic and also some hormone disruptors, the ones that we know. So there are a lot of factors that cause hormonal changes, and then weight loss can be slowed down because our hormones are out of balance. Because if you have excess hormones and any of the testosterone, estradiol, estrogen, like the progesterone, like it's going to cause some lethargy and slowness in our metabolism and therefore weight loss.
Now, I really want to touch on stress because you brought up a really good point, Mom. You said people are so stressed today and they'll stress over what dress they should buy. Oh, they have to go to the grocery store. I'm even vulnerable to doing this. Like, I'm stressed about what I'm going to get at the grocery store. I'm like, why am I stressed about what I'm going to get at the grocery store? Like, we stress over the wrong things.
Yeah, I think sometimes we've lost our orientation about what's true and what's important and what we value and how to prioritize our lives. I think allowing extra time to arrive to appointments, to allow time for traffic, things like just taking a quick look at what you're buying if you really need it, so you reduce your financial stress. I find that people who have weight issues also have issues with their finances and relationships. So it's not exclusive to gaining weight.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, it's going to spread into everything. So you might be creating stressors without you even knowing it. In our program, we help people to reorganize their lives and decrease their stress levels and help them to strategize on how to do that. But whoever taught you how to manage your stress? So your mom and dad probably weren't great examples. They might have been. Your teachers at school, it's not really in the curriculum, and not everyone's going to go see a psychotherapist. They might not even know how to teach you. So how are you supposed to know how to manage your stress and what stress is real and good? There's a couple of great books about it that you can read. Other stressors, I think right now we're fitting a lot in. So it's like you got to catch up on your Instagram feed, you got to catch up on your, whatever podcast. Oh, there are a lot of demands, especially on women these days. We are expected to be the CEOs of our families, our marriages, our businesses. It's a lot. It's a lot. So life has become really demanding. Now we could simplify, but then how do we keep up with the neighbors? And is that even important, right? So we just think about all the things. It's like, oh, well, I'm working really hard to buy the car. It's so many touch points.
Yeah.
And so getting back to like who you are and what's important to you and why it matters, and then how you're living your life, and then even how you're organizing your day as a result, your week, your month, your year, because you could eliminate a lot of stress if you just get really real and honest with yourself and you realign to what's important.
All right, well, we're looking for 20 women who want to change their life and lose the weight once and for all without drugs, who are willing to make sacrifices and willing to be consistent for themselves, who have a real why. We have an accountability group of a wonderful woman that we coach every day, and we're there with you every day to help you through any and all challenges you have so that you can get the results, because we've lost 240 pounds combined, and we need community to do it.
It is the secret sauce, the webbing that matters.
97.3% of you are not subscribed. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment.
So I'd love it if you'd comment down below. I'd love to have a conversation with you about why you think your weight loss is so slow, really authentically. Like some of you have reached out to us and talked about PCOS. Others of you have reached out to us and said you've got some hormonal irregularities. Some of you believe that your body simply can't lose weight, and I am here to say I disagree. So I'd love to have a conversation in the comments below.